In this question, we're given a rectangular prism, which you can think of as a shoebox, and what we're asked to do here is find its height. To help us find the height, which we'll label h, and that would be this distance from there to there, we're also given the length of the shoebox, which is 8 centimeters, and we're given the width of the shoebox, which is 6 centimeters. We're also told that the volume of the rectangular prism is 192 centimeters cubed. Volume is a measurement in 3 dimensions, and we know that by looking at the units. Centimeters cubed, the exponent of 3 tells us that we're working in 3 dimensions. The volume of a prism is given by the area of the base times the extra dimension. And in our case, the extra dimension here is the height. So let's look at the base of the prism. And in our case, we can see it's going to be this space right here. And the area of the base would be given by its length times its width. So our volume formula becomes length times width for the area of the base times the extra dimension, which is height. Okay, now we can plug in some values for our variables. We know that the volume is 192 centimeters cubed. We know that the length is 8 centimeters. We know that the width is 6, and what we're looking for is the height. So what we have is an equation with one unknown, so we can solve this equation. So 8 times 6 is 48, and we'll leave the 192 on that side, times h. Now what we want to do is isolate h so we can divide both sides by 48. And when we do that, 48 goes into itself once, and 48 goes into 192 4 times. So we end up with 4 equals h. And because height is a measurement of distance in one dimension, what we actually can say here is that it's 4 centimeters. So it looks like we have an answer, but let's verify to make sure it is correct. Let's write out our volume formula, and let's put in the values for length and width and the value we found for height and see if they multiply to give us 192 centimeters cubed. Now we can do this many ways. We can say 8 times 6 would be 48, times 4 would give us 192. Or we could do 8 times 4, which is 32, times 6 is 192. Or we could go 6 times 4 is 24, times 8 would give us 192. So in each case, the answer is 192, and because we're multiplying centimeters times centimeters times centimeters, we get centimeters cubed. So we verified that our volume matches what we're given. So when we look down the list of options, we can see that the correct answer is 4 centimeters for the height.